Well, astrocartography report. Yes. So today we're going to discuss some basics of astrocartography. Because of the fact, ever since I sending out the astrological report from my website this past Saturday or Friday, everybody who got the report now wants to know, what am I looking at? How do you judge this? I got this report you're giving me, but tell me the basics, okay? So I wrote the basics of that on my website, okay? If you go on my website, go on articles, the very first thing is called astrocartography. I made it that simple, okay? So I've written an article on that, but today I'll give you a basic explanation. What is astrocartography? Astrocartography is somewhat known as relocation astrology, meaning that it shows that how improve, or how worse the situation might get in your life if you were to move to a different location. It's kind of like relocation feng shui, but we use astrology for that, okay? So when you go to my website and you get that full report, now you get this special astrocartography map. And this map will have these red lines going from north to south. It'll be a huge map, lines going north to south. As you can see actually in the screen, this is your astrocartography map, okay? Now this map, I found it to be very simple and easy. Why? Because it already has the zodiac signs written on top of the country at the time of your birth. So let's say in India, you were born, and you were born as a Capricorn ascendant. That means that over India, in your map, in your particular map, okay, it's not a generic map. It's everybody has their own map. In your map, Capricorn will be over India. Now, it might be engulfing India altogether, or only half of India will have Capricorn, and half of India will have this Aquarius sign. So this way you can see, okay, I'm in India, and then United States has like Taurus rising or something, or Gemini rising over it. I'm looking at it, okay, I got it. What do I do now? Well, here's a simple thing. Whenever you want to see how your life will be in any country, including a different state that might be with a different rising sign, which I'll discuss that too, all you have to do is turn in your chart, in your particular birth chart, turn the ascendant to that sign that is rising over the country. So if you are a Capricorn ascendant, okay, let me give you a very simple one. As you see in the map here of India, India has Capricorn ascendant Aquarius signs both rising. Half of India, is on Capricorn, the other half is in Aquarius. So that means even in your same country, you may experience different results by moving to the eastern side or the southeast side. As you see, like if you're born in New Delhi as a Capricorn ascendant, and if you were to move to West Bengal at Kolkata or in Chennai, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing these things. I'm losing my dialect with Hindi words, but I think it's called Kolkata or Kolkata, okay? That and Chennai will have Aquarius rising. So if you're getting a job or you're looking for a job and you get this opportunity in West Bengal and you're going to see how your life will be there, all you do, just take your planets from your chart and now turn it to Aquarius ascendant, because Aquarius was rising in that other half of the India. And then see what's going to happen, where my 10th house is, where my 9th house is. Now, here's the thing. This does not mean that your entire life will change. You suddenly will get all these things. You'll suddenly get this position. No. It shows that if you were to be born in that time period, in that side, this is how the planets would react. And what will happen now when you go there, your original planetary position will now start mixing with the position of that Aquarius ascendant. And through that, you will start molding things. So although most of the time, if it shows a better life on the other side, you will experience a much better life. Because you know why I can say this? I can say this because looking at once I studied my own astrocartography chart, my mom's, my sister's, okay, I looked at it as to why we moved here and what exactly happened here and what was I doing in India in that time that I was in India. And I did notice that, wow, right as I came here, suddenly this thing took away. Suddenly this thing came to life. And so I do see that effect. So again, don't just, some people use this method, meaning that if your 10th house is Capricorn and United States has Capricorn over it, while you were born in some other country, some astrologers will say, oh, if you really want to concentrate on your career, go to United States. Okay, so that's one way of doing it, which I really haven't seen too much emphasis on. The real emphasis that I've seen is that you have to turn your entire ascendant around to that country, because it's pretty much you're going to the country that had that ascendant rising during the time of your birth. That means your unseen luck, unseen life that could have been will now come to life with that ascendant. So if you feel like, my God, I'm just so much involved in spirituality and all that, but yet my career is in a dump. If you have the similar chart, just you moving one state over, even if you're at that line, 2 miles away from that line, and you move just 2 miles on the other side, things will start progressing and changing. Yeah, it's not like suddenly you'll get a job the very next minute. No, it can take weeks, months, but finally when you make that as your resident, those planets with that type of an ascendant do start to manifest. So this is what astrocartography is, and this is why it is so important and helpful, because of the fact I believe in it, because of the fact I saw what happened to me. I looked at when I moved, and I looked at the dasha period. Okay, so this is the two things I did, because remember, you will move, when the timing of planet is there, you will go move. Right now it's more like a nirvana. Right now it's like, God, I wish I was in US, and if I was in US, I can do so much better, than being here. But that manifestation of going to US will come through timing of the dasha. Unless you want to force that can only happen with one thing. Gotta pour milk to Shivling, pray to Shivling, because then the dasha and the planets kind of move out of the way, and you will go to that nirvana that you seek. But it is mainly because when I looked at my dasha period, I'm like, okay, the timing was there for me to come to US, yet that I was in that one same dasha, and I noticed that, oh my God, as soon as I moved to US, things really did turn on for the better, even though it was still that same below average period. So all of these things, I spent so much time in going back. I'm like, this year this happened, this year this happened, this year that happened here. So all of these events, I started looking at it, and just suddenly these two charts came together, merged in together, and made sense to me. I'm like, that's it. I moved here, and what really became the most prominent thing in my life is my 9th house of higher education, of spiritual education, of is philosophical knowledge. And guess what I'm doing in front of you? Now, you can use this astrocartography map not just to move permanently to some country. You can use this map to, even if you're visiting a country, let's say you're visiting another country or neighboring country for a week, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you can use this map to see how your trip will go. Let's say you're in India and you're going to go UK for a business trip. You want to see how this business deal is going to go. Well, you can use it, but when you're going to use it for like a temporary visit, you're not going to switch your ascendant to that sign. Okay, so you don't need to switch to ascendant. Let's say if you were born as an Aries ascendant, and hypothetically over UK, you saw the Cancer line. Okay, the Cancer block was over UK. You don't have to switch your chart to UK now to see how your visit to UK is going to be. No, all you have to see, what planet are currently transiting over UK. That means if the sign of Cancer was over UK, see if any planet is transiting currently in the sign of Cancer. So if you are going to go UK, and let's say Jupiter transiting over UK shows that this is going to be a more very optimistic trip. You're going to have a really good business deal. You're going to have meet really good educational and higher spiritual type people there. So this is how you're going to use it. Let's say if Mars was transiting over UK, or let's say Mars and Ketu came together over UK and you were going to go. It shows that you're going to run into very unorthodox situations and very aggressive people. You're going to have to deal with competition there. You're going to have to deal with aggression there. Let's say Saturn was transiting over UK, and you just on your map, Saturn was transiting over UK, sign of Cancer. So let's say Saturn was in Cancer right now, and that means it was transiting over UK in your birth astrocartography chart. That shows that when you go for some business deal, it'll get delayed. It'll be a very slow, grueling, frustrating process to get this deal done. If Mercury is transiting over that, shows that your business deal is going to be quick and it's going to be to the point and you're going to get things done. Venus shows that you're going to have a lot of sensual optimism and you're going to enjoy this trip with utmost pleasure. And you may even gain wealth through this trip. So this is how you do it. Like if you're going to plan some business trip to some country, see what planet is transiting over that country through your astrocartography map, and see and judge how this is going to be. And all of these things, like I said, are already given in my book, Astrology at the Speed of Light, Aspects at the Speed of Light, Conjunctions at the Speed of Light. So if you see 4 planets start transiting over a certain country, go back, to the book, Conjunctions at the Speed of Light. Look and see the exact degrees of that conjunction that is currently transiting. Look at the planet with the lowest degree. Go to my book and see how I describe these situations. And from that, you will start to see, okay, this trip may give me mixed results. This trip will give me excellent results. This trip will just give me disastrous results regarding my business deal. So this is another most useful way to use astrocartography map, is to use the current transits too over your map. So it is quite an important chart, this astrocartography. So again, this chart you get is when you get the report from my website, for the link which is here, or you can just go to astrologyKRS.com, and there's 5 different options. Only option 4 and 5 gives you your entire birth horoscope and the astrocartography map. So if you're planning on moving, you will see what's going to happen. And I'm going to go into more details with this, man. This is just the start. I only made this video so you guys just get the basic thing. All the people who have gotten the report, now you can start changing your ascendant, looking at your life through that. All right. So guys, this is my small little lesson for astrocartography. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to get your report and your astrocartography report, including my astrology books that will teach you all of this, check out the links below or on the side. And my books, Astrology, Aspect, and Conjunction at the Speed of Light, are waiting on the website.